9,
9,
8,
7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Time's up.
One time I put a firefly in my butthole
Why?
to make my farts glow.
Oh, God.
I shaved the dog and glued the hair to my nutsack so I look like a grown man.
Okay, that's enough. Stop, please.
I thought little girls always believed everything that was told to them. I thought little girls were innocent and trusting. Welcome to the 20th century.
Are you ready to talk hard?
Well, greetings and salutations to all of you. I hope that was as enjoyable for you as it was for me. These gentlemen were very surprised by the latest of shenanigans. So welcome to Talk Hard. And wow, yeah, that was good. That was, I love that. Holy crap, that was freaking great.
I dare say I could gobble those up.
Pun intended. We don't have rim shops on the floor. We should add them. So, well, hail to Chris Persia, the mod of mods, the Pops mod himself, also a channel member. Thank you for that, my friend. He is here, running things behind the show, keeping the sex bots at bay. We'll see how that goes. So, Bifer is chiming in here. Hey there, my friend. Thanks for joining us. And Claude also is here. Hey there. Hope you guys are doing well. So tonight we thought we'd take a pause in between reviewing different shows, talking about different movies, and just kind of talk about because this all started because of and whether we talk about Halloween, then Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, but it was for the first time in my lifetime, or at least I can remember, is we don't have It's a Great Pumpkin going to be on. This is messed up. What am I supposed to do? So I actually had the physical copy, the dust off. I have DVDs. I don't even have a Blu-ray. I don't even know if there is a Blu-ray copy or not, but for the grandkids, and we watched it and kind of did our best to kind of fill in the gap. But then it was man, what are some of the trends? We've never, this is our first Talk Hard holiday season, so we thought we'd be good to kind of have some new baselines, getting to know one another a little bit better, deeper things and stuff like that. So that's kind of how we'll start and kind of go through. So
Pops is getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
Yeah.
Copyrighted.
Yes.
It's the Talk Hard holiday special.
It is. We can definitely figure that out, plan that out. We'll get Ironcaster to, some soundboard stuff going on for me. We'll get some rim shots. Who knows what we'll have out there. So, Jacob Ironside, he came up in here. Hey there, my friend. Hope you did well. You're doing well. Jacob is also going to be, if he's not already been, the guest on Ryan Roger Athay's new episode of Reality Base. So congratulations to Jacob. Hope you have fun, and I look forward to catching up on that myself. So let's talk about Halloween first. We definitely have gone through a Halloween season. We watched 3 or 4 movies, and we already knew Loki. You've talked about The Crow. Obviously, it's set on, Devil's Night, which is your birthday. What are some of the other stuff that you do in and around October, Loki, every year that you count as a tradition or kind of part of your festive seasonal Halloween type stuff?
Oh, I definitely watch Halloween. John Carpenter's Halloween, The Thing. Usually I go on a John Carpenter kick because, God, how could you not? Every month's a good time for a John Carpenter kick.
Sure.
Usually stuff like that. I don't really go out trick-or-treating anymore. It hasn't been a thing for a while. So, yeah. Okay. Watch some movies, do some spooky stuff, raise a little hell. Yes, raise a little hell.
All right. How about you, Ironcaster? You got a certain routine, certain things going on that you would share with us all?
I mean, I kind of bounce between my go-to movies. Some I always find some movies. I've got a nice stack of them. Some years I'll be really into the Universal monster kick. Some years I'm all kaiju movies, or just kind of like depending on what I haven't watched in a while.
Mhm.
But outside of watching movies, one of my normal go-tos is I have a house a couple doors down from me that every Halloween they basically they go all out. I think they're part of a church, and when I say they go out all out, I mean like there's a bounce house. They're giving out hot dogs and warm cider. They've got a DJ. They are like the go-to place.
Holy crap! It's a block party. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's basically a full-on like block party. It becomes like one of the go-to houses, and it's right within like about a minute or two of walking. So it's perfect. I can go out. I can at least get a little bit of candy, and then I can kind of come back home and come back into my little burrow.
Very cool. No, Jacob Ironside says that Ryan Roger Athe show comes up in 20 minutes, so make sure you'll put that on your radar screen, folks, to catching that. So, hey to Cannoli Sasquatch, he's hopping in here. Hey, my friend, great content over on Cannoli's channel. He's definitely going to be one of their YouTubers that we're all talking about as people really kind of catch on and get such great shows and content that he's putting together. And let me say hey to Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass, one of our Pops members. I appreciate him very much. And thank you, my friend, for coming up in here. And DJ Ronnie G, decorating, talking about Loki, I assume, talking about decorating the Viking boat and putting Christmas lights on his horns. Well, we'll get to Christmas stuff here in a minute. We definitely wanted to kind of wrap up, put a bow on Halloween stuff, that's for sure. Obviously, Mike from Pacific 414, he's here. Hey there, my brother. Hope you're doing well. So I'm kind of an amalgam between the two of you. I have my movie favorites. Obviously, I agree, Loki. Halloween 78 and The Thing are the two mainstays that forever in a year, it's always going to be part of my October routine. I think with Pops, now that I'm doing this, I think next year I'll probably have a more full slate of horror films and kind of fill in that sort of like long list of stuff in that genre that I like. My goal next year would be to, I don't know how many I did this year. My goal would be to try to at least, increase that by 5 or something. If I did 10, do 15 or something like that. I'm never going to be the kind of guy that's going to do enough pre-records to do, 30 or something like that. So that's just not going to happen. We take the kids.
Probably have to go ahead and start recording in like September to get all those done.
Yeah, I just, there's no way. And you know how I am. I have such diarrhea of the mouth. There's no way I could, stop talking about a movie that I love or hate to make them short enough to do that many. So it's just not gonna. Because I already talked about like for Christmas, like I could do. There's no way. I've already, it's just not gonna happen. So, did the kids? We do kid stuff with the kids, whether it be trick or treating, take them to fall festivals, do that kind of stuff. We did a lot of that this year. We did like 3 different ones. So because when they're young like this, between 2 and 7, they're gonna only last for an hour or so before they've had their fill. Like they just, no matter they just don't. They don't have that kind of attention span. And you're just asking for your own problems by stretching that out. So that's always kind of part of the thing. We do a little pumpkin carving, usually not anything totally crazy, but we do a little something like that. So, and then just, pilfer some candy here and there, that kind of thing, yeah. So, let's see if I missed anything here. So, see, I did recognize Pacific 414. Okay, Steven Ransom is here as well. Hey there, Steven. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, man. Anybody in chat, don't know if any of your stuff that you had for traditions in Halloween, or go ahead and hit Thanksgiving if you have something coming up. So when I threw that together, I kind of may have caught you guys off guard about Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is not actually a holiday that's known for maybe traditions in the same way Halloween and Christmas are. But at the same time, I do think we all have a lot of traditions. Do you guys have anything that comes to mind? I'll start with you this time, Ironcaster. Anything that you think of in particular that you associate with Thanksgiving?
Well, actually, I do have a family tradition for around Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
So right around Thanksgiving, it is right around Thanksgiving. It's usually about a week or two before, and in fact, this year it'll be Saturday. Me and the family, we go up to this town here in Michigan called Frankenmuth, which is like a little German town. Like it looks like sort of the picturesque sort of village with like the white walls. It's all kind of like thatched roofs, and you would see it's a postcard looking town.
Very cool.
And there's this diner we go to that does this big family style dinner, so we can get a bunch of family and friends together. No one has to cook. We can all sit down and eat. We kind of go wandering around town and shopping. Plus, they've got the world's largest Christmas store, so we can also kind of get a little shopping done there. Maybe like get your trees, get your little ornaments or what have you.
That's very cool. Very cool indeed. So Chris Persia is hooking me up here, saying there is like a box set. That's kind of what I have in the DVD form is the box set, though. It's a holiday set. It comes with like a Funko keychain and a 4K version. Oh, interesting. Cool. Interesting to see what the transfer on a 4K version like that would be, because that is definitely like, two-dimensional stuff. So Christian Fandom Geek is also popped in there. Hey, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Coming in from across the pond. So hey to you. And you're Barmy. Hey. Awesome. Thanks for coming by, saying hi to us. So Ironcaster is going to pull some photos here so you can share with this crazy family gathering. That's really cool. While he's doing that, Loki, what else for you? What do you got? You got something in particular you do for Thanksgiving every year, it seems?
There is. So this is a kind of one-sided family tradition because my mother used to do this every single Thanksgiving. So there's the story about this guy named Ben. And these I don't know, call them gangsters, but these guys come into town, and they're like, one of them he used to know. And he's like, look, we're taking over. We need to know. We want you to snitch and tell us who all our people we got to worry about are. And good old Ben's like, no, I don't want to be a snitch. Snitches get stitches. So through fate, he's dragged out into the desert. They're gonna hook him up to the chain gang. When Jesus Christ himself comes in, saves him, gives him some water, and they drag Ben over to this boat, and they chain him to an oar, and they work him on the chain gang. When eventually he saves the life of the owner of the boat, and he gets taken back to Rome and becomes a citizen of Rome. Then goes back home and gets in a chariot race and kicks the shit out of the guy that ruined the lives of his family, and eventually gets to repay that water guy. The guy who gave him water in the desert. Mm-hmm. He gets to repay him while he's hauling a cross, taking himself to be crucified. So it's a little movie called Ben-Hur. Most people have never heard about it. I know I probably explained it bad, but yeah, everything's...
You did just fine. Other than, Methuselah has his name. So what do you got, Ironcaster?
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I didn't quite know where you were going with the story, but about halfway through, I caught up. I'm like, I see where this guy's going.
Yeah, Loki was sneaky on that one. Yeah, Ben-Hur is a traditional film form. That's pretty awesome. That's really cool. It's a film that doesn't. We're gonna have to do a talk hard of like the old school. Maybe we do biblical epics. Do that one and 10 Commandments and. Just pick a couple of those because they don't deserve the credit. They don't get the credit really they deserve. And people look at them as being outdated and things like that. And it's really like the religious community hold them up. But even in that circle, from my experience, they don't even hold them up with the kind of reverence that I do. So.
And that chariot race at the time, that was unheard of. Nobody had ever done anything like that. And they couldn't do it today. They could not do today
CGI on that
what
crappy
they
remake.
Did then. Yeah, they'd CGI it. And so no. It's one of those monuments of the ages that it's like one of the eighth wonder of films that you've got to appreciate because that chariot race is historic. They couldn't remake that today without CGIing the shit out of it.
I mean, they sure tried a couple of years ago, but
it was not
quite as good.
It's not good. Zombie Box Reviews. He's coming in here. Hey to you, my friend. Thank you for supporting and doing your thing. And there's the man himself, Zax. I wish. Our schedules can get aligned here, Zach. Hopefully, he'll be able to join us for tomorrow. For those of you that are coming and going, I should have mentioned it at the beginning, is tomorrow will be our first members live stream. So if you're not a member, please make sure you consider that. Folks will be coming up in here. We'll start at probably about 5 o'clock, start a little early tomorrow. We'll just go, see how things play out. And then after this show tonight, we're doing a special pop special on the election night. So we'll talk about some different things that are going on, try to give you some results. Had a lot of questions. So I'll be joined by Troy Pacelli and the aforementioned Ryan Roger Athay. So some political announcements. And kind of keep the door open for a fourth person to come in, maybe have something to say or an update or something like that. So that's kind of my plan. We'll see how it goes. So Apollome's Minion, there she is. Oh, she's the best. Gosh, you guys got to be subscribed to her. Get your daily dose of the pupperoonie there and some sweetness. Love all that she does. She makes my day. Really do. I don't always make comments and like them as much as I need to. I kind of go back around and catch them in case I miss. So Chris Purge is agreeing. Obviously, should be a consensus, obviously, on the Ben-Hur love. Just absolutely. Brandon, thank you so much for coming here, my brother. Long time missing you, man. We've just been swamped with stuff, but it's great to see you in the chat, hanging out with us, talking about some traditions. You guys hit me up with what some of your Thanksgiving traditions are out there. And Brandon says, obviously Ben-Hur is a great film. Christian fan of CFG saying, yeah. So, and The Robe. That is my mom's favorite. Talk about an OG movie that doesn't get any credit at all. The Robe is a great film. That was my mom. And I actually own an actual physical copy of that, because that one actually is hard to find compared to some of the others. I don't know if it has been re-released on like 4Ks and stuff, but yeah. So, a lot of love for those kinds of things. So for me, I think I covered some of the Thanksgiving stuff, but family get together. It's my wife's birthday week. She's born this year is very special because actually her 50th birthday. I didn't share it. I was going to do a show. I didn't actually get her permission. What do you get a woman when you've been married to for 23 years and it's her 50th birthday? We don't really want or need for anything. So you know what I did, Loki?
What?
I can't see Loki's eyes. I know Ironcaster's eager. I bought her a song.
Oh,
I made her a song. So we wrote a song. So I'll have to figure out how to maybe get that for next week or something like that, play her song. So I didn't know what else to do. I'm like, what do you do? So we'll go out to dinner. We'll do the things that are kind of like the cliche things, but didn't want to do the party. She didn't want to do anything like that. So, yeah. So what was really cool, and she really ran with this. I didn't mean to. I was going to do it for her, but I didn't know what she would want. So I got the lyrics printed. So it's like a circle, like an album. So we actually went to a flea market this weekend, bought like $1, 33 in kind of like, Mod Podge them in there, made like a decoration. So we're going to get a little box made with the lyrics to her song for her 50th birthday. So, but every year we try to do something this week, not just because of Thanksgiving, also because of her birthday. So, yeah. Oh, Palmy Minion says, no videos, but being a little under the weather. So I hope you feel better, lady. Hang in there. So
get better, Apollomy.
Brandon, what a great list. Okay, so Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, Rush Limbaugh's first Thanksgiving reading, and going to my grandparents' place for dinner is the tradition. Very cool. It's a nice list. I like that. So let's circle back to Ironcasters because he's got this photo because I want to see a picture of this place. So what is it called again? Make sure I say it right.
So the city is called Frankenmuth. It's a German town.
Sure.
And like I said, this is outside of one of the major like hotels that has like a nice little place to go eat and little restaurant, and it's like all the buildings have these sort of ornate styles to them. It's a very picturesque town, and from a lot of the sites throughout the town, it's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's rare, and look how beautiful all the landscaping and stuff. We went to one in Georgia. It wasn't as well kept as this one, but it's the same thing. It's like an immersive little village, plenty of shops, plenty of things to do and see. Really cool. I really love this. This is really awesome. I mean, my family would love something like this.
There's a little town in North Texas called Munster, and the architecture is very similar. A lot of Germans live in Munster. Even named the town after cheese. So Munster. Yeah.
I thought they were just fans of the TV show.
Well, when Adam's family just won't cut it, we're just going to name the town after Munster. So very cool. Ironcatcher, thank you very much for sharing some of those photos. Look at that bridge. Holy cow, that's cool.
Yeah, in fact, like you can go into town. You can go to these little like penny pressing machines, and this bridge is like a very iconic like bit of the town. People come just to see and walk across this bridge.
I can understand why. It reminds me of the bridge they did in Beetlejuice. That's just freaking amazing. That's really cool.
And it's just more photos.
So cool.
They've got a little tower that on the hour has the little figures coming out, and it has a whole like bells show. It is a whole basically show where people will stop and watch it on the hour. But yeah, I
couldn't be allowed on that tower because I'd be up there going, "Your mother was a hamster." Yeah. Father. Yeah.
Your
But I
mother
mean-
was a snowblower.
And smells of elderberries.
I fought in your general direction. Yes, I would be banned from your little town of Frankenwolf. What was it again?
Frankenmuth.
Franken. I was going to go Franken. It didn't seem right. So awesome.
Frankenstein.
Frankenwolf. Okay, cool. All right.
Before I forget, one of the other traditions I normally do every Thanksgiving.
Loki back in there. What happened there?
He doesn't like me.
I hit multiple buttons.
I don't like you either. But one of the other traditions I normally go to for like on Thanksgiving is watching the Mystery Science Theater Turkey Day Marathon.
Oh, all right. That's cool. That's cool. So,
the family might be out in the living room watching the Lions try this year, but I'll be in the kitchen kind of on my tablet watching, 25-year-old episodes of MST3K.
That's awesome. So, 10 Commandments, part of that scene still very much so, my friend. Very much so. Bifer is coming up with crazy ideas. Not only could I not afford to buy her a new Lexus, she would not want a Lexus. She might want a big truck. That's more like what my wife would want. So
I couldn't afford the big red bow.
I buy my wife for her birthday new brakes on her vehicle. That sounds like our Christmas. We've already been discussing Christmas. Like we need tires. We need that. It's like we're like this boring. And by the way, thanks Chris Berger for putting that link out there for Apollo Minion. And just like I said, daily dose of just a break from some of the stuff. There's great creators in here, obviously. If you want to have anything about anime, Brandon does everything from hardcore in-depth analysis to anime 101 stuff for people like me. So yeah, all sorts of great stuff. So what do you, oh wait, here's one. Steven Rance says, my mom used to hold a great homemade feast for Thanksgiving and Christmas. That all in 83. Oh man, Bible TV's on there. All right, you know what though? Memories, man. The memories. Isn't it nice? It's just memories. That's great. And people come up with other examples. Polly Minion, of course, but she probably knows all the hot spots are like that. So yeah. So what about football, guys? You guys have football on? You people, and you got some crazy uncle that always has to have football on and that kind of thing. I mean, I used to be more into sports a lot. I mean, really was diehard into like fantasy football and all that. So it didn't matter how bad the Lions were. Someone had skin in the game because of fantasy football. But when the family gatherings were bigger and bigger, it's just like it had to kind of be on to placate somebody just while everyone was around. So Ironcaster, you're nodding. So I assume that's kind of similar situation when you get that many people together. Someone's going to want to watch it.
Oh yeah, they're the family, like the main TV just has well, it's two things. First, the Macy's Day Parade.
I was gonna go circle around to the parade, but yep, parade and then football. Okay.
Yeah, basically once that parade's done, we're going right to football.
That's awesome. What about you, Loki? You've been you got some
I'm
of
in
those childhood.
Texas. I'm in Texas.
You gotta have Dallas on. I mean,
It's
like
you gotta have Dallas on. If the Cowboys aren't on, something's wrong.
yeah. Are you guys old enough to remember when Madden was on?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm old.
Yeah. That's where that little clip comes from with the turducken. And it was like, I cannot believe somebody has like a turducken spoof on the face swap. But yeah, the Madden on Thanksgiving was even a bigger issue because, they would have these cutaways to his basically his RV. And he had this massive Thanksgiving spread at his thing. And he had this thing called the turducken. So it was a combination of, duck inside the chicken inside the turkey. It's crazy. So yeah, freaking great. So yeah, we won't have our own turkeys this year. We'll have our own turkey next year. They're not quite old enough. So they made turkeys this year, but they did not make turkeys for us to have this year. So that'll be next year. So on Thanksgiving, I watched The Godfather. Interesting. The 8-hour, the supercut where they thread them all together. Interesting. So
I was trying to think of what other movies have that sort of seeming together, because or they'll go and have a sort of like chopped up in like chronological order edit to them, and it's like I have to imagine there's a few out there like that.
I don't know. I don't know. Any parade memories? Do you guys ever go to one of these kind of parades? I've never been to one. I've never gone to a big one like that, like a Macy's. Universal Studios had these massive parades for a while. They would do for the holidays. So we took the kids. I mean, this was like they were young. It's been really about 10 years ago or so. But I'm talking like, they were the parade-sized balloons. It was just on a smaller scale because you're in a theme park. But they didn't have, like, they would shut down rides and stuff. They had this massive area they would run these things through. It was really, really cool. But I've never gone to like New York or some of those places where they have these like massive, on scale parade things. So have you guys ever done anything like that?
For a while, I was playing a restaurant mascot, and I wound up actually in the parade a few times, wandering around and getting to be the mascot in the parade. So I've got to be on sort of both sides of that.
See, he confesses, guys. Fact check. This may or may not be fact check true. We're gonna have to judge for
street last night. She seemed so glad to see me. I just smiled.
How did you get on SNL, Ironcaster?
I mean, he was confessing, and I know there may be some editing involved, and he's on the down low. Who all these people come to see? Look, they don't come to see you or me. They come to see the real celebrity.
Oh yeah.
You know what I really
look. These years, they're getting a little desperate for like talent to show up, and
well, the clip I wanted, I could not find. Nobody has it. I don't know if they got on lockdown or not. The WKRP in Cincinnati turkey drop clip. You guys know what I'm talking about? The famous clip with Les Nessman on the scene at the turkey drop. But then it's like they like play it up like they're actually dropping like live turkeys and stuff because there's feathers are flying, there's blood everywhere, and you have this thing about Les, just this crazy person describing all this. So anyway, I could not get the clip. It would not let me do that. I'm sure it's copyright protected or something, and that's what the issue is. So I don't know.
Biggest parade or anything like that I was ever in was when the Rockets won the championship back in the mid '90s.
Yeah,
mid '90s, and that was absolutely nuts. So
that would be super cool.
I don't know if I'd want to go to New York and deal with anything like that, considering how nuts just that one championship parade was.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that too. Not something I have on my to-do list, that's for sure. Canoli Sasquatch is agreeing this Godfather thing is like a tradition for a lot of folks. That's interesting.
Well, what's weird, Godfather doesn't seem like a movie that isn't it the sort of movie series that screams like Thanksgiving
holiday.
I mean,
or any holiday really. Just like
it's all them sitting down at the table eating all the food making they do, and it's the family thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that makes sense.
Because when I'm thinking of November, it's like either Godzilla or James Bond tends to be the movies I go to.
Well, Canoli Sasquatch. I mean, I've seen enough of Canoli Sasquatch to realize The Godfather might be semi-biographical for him and his family. I mean, I'm going to judge him a little bit, but just saying, I understand. I don't want to, if I disappear, want to find out if there's any footage where I've made Canoli Sasquatch angry at me or anything like that. That's what I'm trying to say. So. Apollo says, I'll be working in the holiday season. If I'm close to a restaurant, I might have turkey dinner. All right. You got to find a way to fit it in. So, yeah. Steven Ransom says he's done it and it's freezing cold. It's awful. Yeah. I had, my son was there. There was some talk about going and seeing him. He was up there and I was like, And then it was just like, just the way they put you. It's also like, you get the TV version, right? You get this, but it's like all these little side streets and things like that. It's just, I don't know. Yes, the many layers of Ironcaster. Yes. By the way, Steven Ransom, I might have to put you on this, but any of you want to contribute, I have not put it together yet. I have not had time. The consensus was, I'm allowed to add an emoji because we've added a couple more members, is the Sharkcaster emoji. So obviously the man's got some serious shark love that we're a little concerned about. But if anyone wants to go ahead and start putting that together or make that contribution, I'd be more than happy to figure out some sort of shark Ironcaster amalgam emoji to represent the shark love. So yeah, Sharkcaster emoji will be coming soon. That'll be our next emoji. Then we'll be looking for some blue fire. I got to find some sort of fire or flame that's a little bit different color than, this guy down here uses and some of the others. So it must be it. Yes, Canoli, it is kind of an Italian thing, Godfather and all that. So yeah. So, all right. So let me ask you about food. So, because let's be honest, Thanksgiving does have some a massively diverse menu that people could. Where you come down on Loki? Where you come down on cranberries? The cranberry.
Oh
sauce.
no! All Italian food.
Okay.
Thanksgiving is a time for Italian, not turkey and cranberry, and everybody's looking at me weird right now. Oh yeah, my grandfather came over from Portofino, and so he was an Italian American. So it's been a huge, and we always did Thanksgiving with my dad's family.
Okay.
My mom's family sucked, so everything was Italian food. So everything was Italian food and spaghetti and meatballs, and that's just the way we did things.
Wow, that's so fascinating. So there we go. So it's Italian Thanksgiving at Loki's house. Does Eris know that? We know we're getting ourselves.
She does. But we have Thanksgiving at hers. So it's not like, But one day we'll do Thanksgiving ours, and guess what? Everybody's gonna have to put up with
the big meatballs. Yeah,
Italian food.
So let me
get the ziti going.
So yay or nay on the cranberry sauce?
I don't usually eat cranberry sauce, but I mean, if it's there, sure, okay.
Ironcaster, cranberry sauce.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with cranberry sauce. If it's there, sure.
Right.
It's not exactly a dish I'm gonna.
It's not a must, right? You guys are just exactly. You guys are still gonna give it the thumbs up. I'm a hard no. I don't want any part of it. I don't want it. I don't really want it anywhere near. So, all right. Favorite pie. Ironcaster first.
Chocolate.
A chocolate pie. Okay.
Yes. My mom makes one every year. She it's that chocolate Jello mix, and she mixes.
Okay.
So she'll basically kind of a double or triple layer to it. So it's like the pudding, and then she mixes in a little bit of the whipped cream on top of that, and then just whipped cream on, and then just straight whipped cream. So it's like 3 layers. It's just been the go-to for my entire lifetime.
All right, Chad. I don't hear anything. Where's all the pumpkin pies? Let's find out what kind of pies you guys want. So, Loki. Favorite pie? One pie?
A good Chicago deep dish where the sauce and the cheese and the toppings are all mixed together.
Thanksgiving pie. Thanksgiving pie. Have the whole night we could do a whole show just based on pizza. What is
No, I'll get a pie crust. It's one of my Thanksgiving contributions. Get yourself a pie crust. Get a good smoked sauce. You want to make sure it's smoked. I know some people out there are going to be like, how do you smoke sauce? You can figure it out. Good smoked sauce. Get all your cheese, all your toppings, mix everything together before you cook it. You want to mix everything, your cheeses, your toppings, your sauce, everything all together. And then you layer in that pie crust, put it in the oven at 375, let that sumbitch cook for about 25 to 30 minutes. And then take that out and have one of the best deep dish pies you've ever had in your life.
I'm still trying to figure out the smoked sauce part.
I don't know either. I'm still trying to keep everything together here in my head about what kind of pie am I ending up with here. So, okay.
It's good. Trust me. It's really good.
All right. So, Bifer says coconut custard pie. Okay. All right. Not a huge fan of the coconut myself, but I do respect. Soul Assassin's here. Hey, Soul Assassin. Hope you're doing well. Bread pudding. Throwing down a bread pudding vote. Good job, man. That's not the norm, but I respect. I can respect. Chris Purchase giving you a double thumbs up there, Ironcaster, saying mom is the best. Going for the chocolate pie.
Oh yeah, that's like the go-to.
Soul Assassin's throwing out apple pie is a top tier. Okay. Yes, indeed.
I'll take a slice.
Yeah. Steven Ransom. Candied yam casserole, sweet and buttery. How can you go wrong with anything that's sweet and buttery? I got to be honest, I'm not sure that I have had a good candied yam casserole since my grandmother passed, but I would not be opposed to said dish. So let me see here. Yeah, they're talking about Loki and his Asgard cookbook, and they're talking about Chicago deep dish. Yeah, I see where you guys are going. I know what y'all are doing. You're all
smoked tomato marinara sauce.
Smoked tomato marinara sauce. Scroll that up for me, please. Give me an image. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And when you mix that with the cheese and your toppings, it's just Oh yeah. You're gold. It's solid gold.
And
you want to make it every year.
Can always double down and say, yeah, exactly. All Italian plus turkey. It used to be our house. Now it's more traditional. But yeah, he's living vicariously through you, my friend. Oh, the WKRP is in my inbox. Hold on, we got to figure out how to play that. So hang on one second. Let me get over to. Is it? I guess I can open both. Figure out where it is. Go ahead, keep going.
I was looking over that bourbon smoked apple cider recipe on your page, Loki.
That's
it's
awesome.
Good. It's all good.
Well, I'm so generic because I'm just an old school pumpkin pie man. I mean, I can just throw some whipped cream on top. I could eat a whole pie. Like it's pathetic. I get the looks. The ladies give me a hard time because I literally eat like quarter of the pie is a slice of pie for pumpkin pie. I don't understand all these people that do like these little slivers. I just can't relate. So I get that.
It's the holidays. You're supposed to indulge a little bit.
Chris Persia threw you a WKRP Thanksgiving turkey drop video.
I'm trying to figure out where it is and get it to open here. So yes, I'm on it.
Talk hard.
Yeah, it's in Talk Hard on Twitter.
It's in Talk. Okay. Yeah. This is any of you. I don't know if a lot of you are probably just not going to be old enough to remember what WKRP in Cincinnati is. It's one of these rascally, hardcore comedies from back in the day. And it was just fun. And this is just one of those things that, this is something. This is something indeed. So, let me, before I get to that.
Soul Assassin. Okay. I will look into the Asgard Cookbook.
Yeah. Well, first, before we do that, let's just say hello to a new member. Apollo Minion, thank you so much for joining the team here. Appreciate that so much. And I will try to I'll remind you, I'll put a link in tomorrow just so you know, starting at 5 o'clock. We'll do a member stream tomorrow. So we have some folks that are definitely going to be here. We'll be hanging out, kind of talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. Let's do this for you. Kind of put, finger on the pulse of what you guys want, supporting me and investing in me so much. And you've just been awesome in my life. Thank you, ladies, so much for that. So let me try to share this because, especially for anybody who does not know what I'm even talking about, because this is crazy land. So yeah, this is Les Nesman. He is basically the on-the-scene reporter doing a Thanksgiving turkey drop. That's kind of our setup. And here we go. Let's see. It's a minute 20, so I may have to figure out how to start and stop this and try to dodge the sensors.
It's a helicopter, and it's coming this way. A helicopter? It's flying something behind it. I can't quite make it out. It's a large banner, and
So this is the setup for the turkey drop from a helicopter, and he's calling back. That was the radio station when he's talking to the group there on the station. So.
Says, happy Thanksgiving.
So obviously playing the gags, right? Because obviously that's why he's there. He should know what this is. And then
W K R.
So obviously it's the station's name, hence the gag. It's like everything is a struggle. Now I got to be honest. Maybe it's my radio stuff. You always run somebody who does this. Like it does make your head just hurt and want to pop off when you run into someone who can't do the station ID, who doesn't know the number. Like you're on the same thing you were 2 months ago and you still don't know the numbers or the call letters. So yeah, it is a little bit of a gag in the radio circles in that regard. So let me jump ahead a minute here and see if we can get to.
It's one of those things that just rings true for someone who was in that that world.
It's so frustrating. Yes.
Be circling the parking area now. I guess it's looking for a place to land.
No. Okay. So he kind of doesn't know what he's gotten himself into. So the helicopter is circled. Everything is off camera. So it's just him describing things, and then he suddenly has this thing like something fell out, something jumped out.
Perhaps a skydiver plummeting to the earth from only 2,000 feet into the air. To the third. There's no parachutes yet.
No parachutes yet, so.
That's Pops right there.
So he's throwing the turkey. So it's just now getting him. What's happening?
Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of our eyes. One just went through the windshield of a parked car.
So let's through a windshield of a parked car. And we have to cut back. When we get to here we go.
Oh, the humanity! People are running about. The turkeys are hitting the ground like sacks of wet cement.
So imagine throwing like frozen turkeys from a helicopter, how dangerous it would be. He plays this so straight. Like he really doesn't know what he's gotten himself into and stuff. Anyway, it's kind of like one of these Thanksgiving clips that, you know, in the nerddom of holidays and stuff like that, you would kind of get people ask for and stuff like that. So for those of you who didn't know it or had never heard of it, there you go. You gave you my little dose of WKRP in Cincinnati. So, and again, thank you again to Apologies Minion joining the OG Gamer Nerd team here. Appreciate that so much. Hail to Lemon Pie. It seems only appropriate. We're over here talking about pie, and someone, you say it once, you say it twice, say it 3 times, and next thing you know, pie is up in the house. That's awesome. And Old Gamer says lemon meringue. Yes, I have family members who definitely love lemon meringue. And Princess Leia Rose is here. Now, she is set to be on with me on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to talk about Star Wars, spirituality, and religion. However, I will add the caveat that because of this silly storm, we do have a tropical storm that is literally headed right for us. So there is a good chance that that might have to get postponed, and I have to apologize. I try to let her know that and apologize in advance if it does. I won't really know more until probably tomorrow because, you know, the weather people, they don't know what they're doing. So, see, I knew apologies. Some of my people out there know what WKRP in Cincinnati is. So, yes. So, let's see. There's anything else? Lots of hellos and those kinds of things. So, I think that brings us through Thanksgiving for the most part. Charlie Brown Thanksgiving is okay. Like we watch it, you know, just because, you know, the kids and stuff like that. So I would definitely have to count that. I don't know that there are a lot of things. I used to watch Home for the Holidays. It's very dysfunctional. It's a very dysfunctional film. Wife's not a fan, so I kind of let that go.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas was in that, I believe.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's Robert Downey Jr. and.
Because I think there was one like that. Oh no, I'm thinking of a Christmas movie. It probably had the same name, but the idea was him after Home Improvement trying to stake it out and become like some breakout star.
Oh no! This is literally Holly Hunter going home for the holidays, and it's just silliness, and there's cheesy gags with Robert Downey Jr. back in the day when he was still doing like actual comedies and things like that. So. It's okay. It just kind of fell out of favor because my wife doesn't really care for it, so you just don't get to watch it nearly as much. So, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is probably the one mainstay that I watch. I watch it, but I watch that year round. I watch that. That's on my regular rotation of things that I watch is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I love that movie in the theater and loved it ever since. It's just freaking gold. So, all right. So anything else for Thanksgiving that you guys want to throw out there? Something I didn't get to that you guys could think that kind of fits? What about Black Friday? You guys do the Black Friday thing at all ever?
Oh, well, the thing is, like, a lot of the stores have just increasingly like are pushing it sooner and sooner into the week to the point where, like, I think right now you can basically get a lot of the Black Friday deals. I mean, it's like it used to be something, but I would go out like basically the day I would go out like mid-afternoon the next day, like in no rush.
I can't see Loki doesn't seem like a Black Friday kind of guy, so let me hear this.
The last, and you can fact check this, by all means, fact check this. The last Black Friday thing I ever did was at the Walmart Supercenter in Galveston Island. And on that day, 2 people were shot in the parking lot. And the manager of the store got woohooed by 2 guys in the store because it was so effing crazy. And when I say woohooed, I mean he got taken to the back, bent over, and he got woohooed. By all means, you can fact check this. That is the last Black Friday store run I ever did. Everything else was would be like late night, and it was like, oh, they have some kind of thing going on late night. Okay, I'll drop by. Very relaxed. I will not do Black Friday in the mornings or wait overnight or any of that other shit. So
wow, that's crazy. No, I used to. I actually worked I worked at Walmart very briefly. I'd been laid off. I'd worked temp jobs. And Walmart was actually the only place that would hire me. I was overqualified for everything, of course, right? So you get all that nonsense back in the day. And I asked one of the managers for a job. She just gave me a job. And I worked at Black Friday, basically trying to keep the toy department reasonably intact. So we just try to clear all the pallets, basically. But no, we used to do this every year. My wife and I would treat it like a date. We'd get up at 4 in the morning, and we'd be there. We'd have a little rotation and go around and do those kinds of things. And as you were saying, Ironcaster, when they start moving it earlier and earlier, now you can get the deals online. So you don't even have to deal with the nonsense to get the price. So it becomes less of a thing for us.
Can I say something to old gamer really quick?
Sure.
Okay, Cutlass, when you get there, while you are there, you need to look up a place. Give me 1 second and I'll tell you where it is. But it is in the hills. It's in the hills just outside of Branson. Give me just a minute.
All right. Comic Relief Crusader is here. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. He's like adamant no on Black Friday. So, yeah, Soul Assassin. It was crazy. The doors would open. This was my Walmart experience. I was standing kind of like where the clothing area would end, where toys would begin, and people open doors. People were just running full speed. And it was just like, holy crap, you're just going to get hurt if you just stand in the wrong spot. So it's a lot more under control now than it was back then. That was crazy.
Okay.
Do you happen to know what the...
Let's get old gamers squared away here.
Okay, forget everything on the strip. Just forget it. What you want to look up is Mr. Gilberti's place. They do thin crust and Chicago deep dish. All of the pizza recipes I have come from this guy's grandmother, who I got to talk to for a while. She worked at Uno's. She created the sauce at Uno's. This old Italian grandma. She's absolutely badass. This is going to be some of the best pizza Italian food you will ever eat in your entire life. Mr. Gilberti's place. And it's in the mountains just outside of Branson. So it's like right there. It's maybe a 10, 15-minute trip from the strip, but it's in this little tiny town that only has like 50 people in it, just outside of Branson in the hills. That's
crazy. Wait, Chris Persia says we don't really have to fact check stuff. We can just look inside Ryan's files, pull up Loki's dossier, and the Branson pizza will be there. We'll know about this Galveston Black Friday tragedy that he was a part of, and we don't want to discuss what happened in court. And all those records have been sealed, though. So,
well, they're sealed. They were sealed until Ryan got a hold of them.
Well, we're not counting those records. Those are our records. That's the fandom's records. Those are different. So, Apollo Minion is throwing out Pink Panther and Airplane. Not quite get the holiday Thanksgiving appeal of those, but I definitely count those as two of the classics. Yeah, we're going to do in 2023. We'll definitely do another whole month. We'll pick a time where we don't really seem like we have anything particularly slated, or we'll have a comedy that we want to do for sure, and we'll build some other comedies around it and try to prop up this, RIP comedy, because Lord knows we still aren't doing comedies yet, and Hollywood doesn't seem to be interested. So we have to give people a chance to get some of that kind of stuff. So,
you know what my favorite Thanksgiving movie is?
It's going to be a Tubi nonsensical film is what it's going to probably be. Go ahead.
No. Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, I walked in. I should have known. He did this to me last week or the week before. I keep walking into this. I don't know why. Why do I keep doing this?
Because look, if everyone's agreed that Die Hard if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then Miracle on 34th Street gets to be a Thanksgiving movie because the opening takes place on.
No, it's just not. No.
Oh, I thought you took me out there for a minute. I'm like, what happened?
No.
Where did Ironcaster go? Oh, there he is. Welcome back.
He's been demoted.
You got demoted. You're now.
This came up over the weekend because we talked about doing Christmas movies, and I said, well, we're going to watch Serendipity, and my wife's like, how is Serendipity a Christmas movie? I says, it opens and closes at Christmas. The entire premise of the movie is about this stuff, and then the middle is the middle. And she's like, it's not a Christmas movie. I says, blasphemy. I said, if I make a case that Die Hard is a Christmas movie and Gremlins is a Christmas movie, how on earth could you not make a case that Serendipity is? I don't want to hear all this Miracle on 34th Street nonsense. I know. Last week, if you didn't know, spoiler alert, he pulled up like the best Thanksgiving movies, and that movie is on there. I kid you not. Miracle on 34th Street's on there. So yes.
According to Rotten Tomatoes,
we do not talk about Rotten. I'm gonna put you out again.
Ranked at number one
out again
is Charlie Brown.
Rightfully so.
Number 2,
Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
Miracle on 34th Street.
It's totally acceptable.
It is.
Just put him out again. We're going back to Black Friday. So forget Black Friday. Chris Purchase says focus on Cyber Monday. Fair enough. Yeah, and Mike's just basically explained. I don't fall for the you gotta have this hype or the shameless buying, that kind of thing. So yeah. Let's see. Yes, it is not Christmas. By the way, speaking of Christmas and Die Hard, so I have a shirt. I have a different Christmas. I have a T-shirt for every single day. So I have like 30 plus T-shirts to wear starting in November into Christmas. And one of them is a Die Hard shirt that says, just like he wrote on the mannequin, right? Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun. And my wife says I can't wear that shirt. And I'm like thinking that she might be right, but I probably will still wear that shirt. I definitely wear it on the stream. Ironcaster got sent to timeout. Yeah, well, every now and again. So check a DM. Oh, we got a DM.
Oh no.
So it's either Sharkcaster or worse. I'm not sure what to say. Steven Ransom has a track record of just amazing collage and meme work. The famous one is what's the movie? What's the Sean Connery Loki one? Zardoz, right?
Yes, the planet Zeist, brother.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Can you see it?
I can't see it.
Oh,
okay.
you got to pull this up.
All right, hang on.
I'll let you do it.
Holy crap, that's so amazing. Hang on, I got to save it because it's one of those massive files. Make sure I save it and make sure I don't show anything else that I don't want to share. Well, folks, if you are not a member, you're missing out on the opportunity to be a part of this family. And it all started with Talk Hard, and how could it not continue? It's only appropriate that these gentlemen are ultimately going to be memed and included. So what better way to kick that off than Sharkcaster? Holy crap. And the face, how on earth did you... It's got to be the Miracle on 34th Street nonsense that caught it. Like, I don't even know what to say. This is...
Still loading.
Yeah, I know. It's also like large file.
There we go. I love this.
What the hell is that? What in the hell is that?
That's going to be the new emoji. The Sharkcaster emoji. Okay, so listen, Steven, we're going to have to figure out what to do here. We have to merch this. Holy crap, that's amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want like a set of Sharkcaster coasters. Like, this seems like the thing that you would have. Yeah. Move over. Oh, how about this, guys? Instead of Shark Week, it's Sharkcaster Week, and that's the logo. Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, we can do a song too. Sharkcaster, dun dun dun. He's the man with the shark head teeth.
The lover of the Tubi. Yes.
He'll eat your spleen. Da-na-na-na.
Wow. I was watching Tubi last night.
Glory. Of course you were. It's funny you say that because I actually got caught up on like the immediate things I needed to work on, and I thought I should check Tubi. I thought, no, I'm not checking Tubi because I know what's there. I'm going to open Tubi, and for those of you who don't know what's going to happen, it's going to say Thanksgiving. Did you forget about Thanksgiving? And I'll be like, no, I did not forget about Thanksgiving. They will not let me forget.
Don't worry.
We gotta watch Santa's Sleigh. We gotta watch Santa's Sleigh this December. Absolutely.
I'll have to figure out where that is so I can have that.
I'll send you a copy.
Yeah, so
Chris-
I will
Yes,
have to do that.
Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. Santa? You're like,
Steven,
oh, kill Brand Dresser. Please.
The best. Wow.
Steven, I gotta share this. This is beautiful. Thank you.
Steven, that is just truly spectacular, my friend. Thank you again. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
I love
All
this.
Oh, wow. That, like I said, whenever I did that face swap on that turkey thing, and it's like it just looks perfect. That's like the Sharkcaster thing. This is like Ironcaster Day here on Talk Hard. This is crazy. So, yeah, where does he get all those beautiful memes? Steven Ransom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steven, that was a picture of me in my shark pajamas, like curled up watching Tubi.
Let's see. Picture of Ironcaster in the Phantom Zone from Star Wars to play every time Pop kicks him. Oh, no. I don't kick very often. I would say this, if you guys want to do that, I'd love to have a Phantom Zone with all three of our faces in the Phantom Zone. Now, that would be freaking cool. So that could play like a little clip of that. That would be freaking great. Holy cow, that'd be awesome. So sometimes, folks, if you just say it out loud, it just shows up in your box. That's what I have learned from these amazing people. So
That's what she said.
Yes. Cheers had an amazing Thanksgiving episode as well. Thanksgiving Orphans. Cool. I survived the Nakatomi Plaza. That's amazing. I have a Nakatomi Plaza Christmas party shirt, but I don't have one that says I survived. I have just a Christmas party shirt. And the weird thing, because it has the Nakatomi logo, you'll see this in a few weeks. So I already know where they are. I'd have to break them out because I got to wash them before we get into it. People always ask about it because they don't recognize the logo. So, and by the way, Steven Rance, thanks again, my friend. That's freaking great. So, let's see if we missed anything else. Scrooge we'll get to Christmas next, right? So let's do that. All right. So, okay. So as we transition out of Black Friday, we're obviously in Christmas season. I already mentioned my T-shirt issues because I have issues. So I'm like we're totally like the Griswold family. Like it's insane. Like it's off the chart. Decorating houses and the yards, and we had 3 houses kind of were all nestled at like the end of a road, so basically the whole area would be covered with all of this stuff. So all right, Loki, let's start with you. Christmas tradition, but we'll probably have to, this is one holiday where I can see people having like several, so maybe just start yeah
Obviously a Christmas Story. You got to do a Christmas Story. You got to have Ralphie at least. USA used to do like a 24-hour, I mean, like showing.
It just
would
played all
start
day
at midnight, and it would play all day over and over.
Oh,
so
they still do it.
I hope
they
so.
do?
Good.
Oh yeah, like
Yes.
it's TBS. It's TBS.
It's TBS. Okay, it wasn't one of them. It was like USA or
try-
TBS or TNT or something. 24 hours. Star Wars. You got to watch Star Wars on Christmas. At least the old one. I'm not talking about any of the new shit. I'm talking
Just the
about
new
Star Wars, the Star Wars, not any of the other shit.
So what about the holiday special?
Let me spin my wheels there on holiday special probably should be a Thanksgiving tradition. On Christmas Story, because I'm such a fan. Actually, I was told, because I have my tree. I brought my tree, so I have to redecorate. So my Christmas tree will go over here. I have a Darth Vader Christmas tree. I have a Star Wars Christmas tree, right? But I was told not to bring the leg lamp because the leg lamp fits into the decorations of the house. Because I have a leg lamp and then I have a crate lid that's fragile on it. So I have a leg lamp, an actual lamp. But I've interviewed like the guy that runs the Christmas house. So if you guys ever go to Ohio, look up the Christmas Story house. There's an actual house that was purchased and renovated, and a gift shop across the street. And you can go around the house and stuff like that. It's so freaking amazing. We were going that way. It's just I went to Ohio recently, like a couple years ago, and it just wasn't near where we were going. But I've had a chance to talk to Scott Schwartz and Zach Ward and some of those guys that were kids in that movie. And yeah, I couldn't agree more with Loki. A Christmas Story is a must for me. So, Ironcaster, other movies?
Oh, I mean, really, Miracle on if I got to pick one movie for Christmas, it will be Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay.
Just because that is, I feel like that at the end of the day, that's just kind of my go-to happy place. And I mean, like the 1941 version, the black and white.
Yeah,
It's timeless. It was a movie they at the time didn't think would do well, but I absolutely love it.
Well, it's a nearly perfect movie. It's just one of those things where it's so tear jerking. It just gets you every freaking time. But yeah, I'm a Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation person. Like those are my two pinnacle rewatchable ones. And if any of you guys don't know, someone who went to the theater and saw Christmas Vacation, right? But in the mall, you know how they have those glass window displays in a mall? They actually had a Clark, a life-size mannequin Clark, hanging upside down, covered in all of those lights in that window. And for the life of me, I've tried to find ways to get a hold of one of those things, and I can't find it. That'd be my dream to get something like that, because that movie, because I quote those movies. I mean, I quote all of those movies. My children probably are quoting those movies and don't even realize it. You know,
Pops called me up one day after a rant and was like, "Where's the Tylenol,
huh?" Yes. He went on. I casually refer to as get me the Tylenol rant.
Yeah, get me the Tylenol rant.
Yeah,
and I did say that after. Where the hell's the Tylenol?
Yeah, and I remember I think I said something about surprise, and I will just say it off the top of my head. Surprise! I couldn't wake up. I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet. I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now. That's one of my favorite lines. It'd be so freaking great. Go ahead.
So, out of curiosity, this is kind of on topic, but did you guys happen to see the trailer for the new the new sequel to A Christmas Story?
I don't want to watch it.
I did.
I don't want to watch it.
What did you think?
Oh, okay. I'm scared, but also I'm like, if you can, they're bringing back almost everybody, but the mom. The mom's going to be played by somebody else, but if Ralphie's going to be there, Schwartz is going to be there, all the kids are going to be there and played by the original actors. If they're giving it the respect and love it deserves, I can see it being like the true sequel, but they have to respect it, and it's never going to be as big as the original, and you just have to accept that from the very beginning, that it's never going to be as big and good as the original movie.
Right.
And if it's a great catching up with everybody story, I will be happy as long as they don't screw over characters. I want to see Ralphie's kid go, "Oh, fudge." And him look down at him like, "Oh God, what did I do? What did I create? Except I didn't say fudge."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Do you ever watch those with like the? Because I started watching it with the subtitles on. You ever watch it with the subtitles on, so you can catch some of the dialogue about, like, my dad being the Oldswindle man. These long rants and stuff sort of come to life where you can catch all of the dialogue and all the pieces that go by so fast. It's
filthy scum bucket when he's down in the
yes. The Scott Farkas affair. Yes, there's just so many moments and things. I have the Christmas Village Christmas Story stuff. Like I have like 4 or 5 of the houses with all the little figurines with Flick and they got the tongue on the light. They got a little tongue on the light flag post. They have the old man running with a turkey from the Bupkis dogs. They have just the Bumpus dogs. So they have all these little figurines, stuff like that. So I wish we had gotten the Christmas Vacation ones, because they're like extremely hard to find. They're expensive. And all this stuff's like major collectible now.
The one ugly Christmas sweater, because everybody's got at least one ugly Christmas sweater. One ugly Christmas sweater I have has the leg lamp on it, and it says, "What do you want for Christmas?"
That's awesome.
And, I saw that at I forget where I was at, but I saw it. I was like, okay, that's coming with me. That's my ugly Christmas sweater.
So last year, my stepdad, who's a massive fan of the movie, in the past years we've gotten like little mini replicas of the leg lamp and this. Mm-hmm. We got him last year. We got him the perfect gift. I mean, the perfect Christmas Story gift. What's the one gift?
Well, it's not the lamp. It's not the lamp.
No. There's one gift he got last year that the movie's ultimately about.
Oh, he got a Red Ryder BB gun then.
He got a Red Ryder BB gun. It was the best. It was just that perfect little moment of like we had it on, and like the presents being unwrapped, and And it's like timing, get this timing of it all just right.
Gotta wait till there's like most things are done, and then you go, oh, what's that over there?
Yeah.
Awesome. The feed stores up here, there was one that had actual BB guns, like the actual nice heavy stocked BB gun. It was really, really cool. They put it like a pretty retro looking box and stuff like that. And I've had people ask me about it. I says, people that are my age and older, some of you in chat will understand. It's like we used to go and there'd be like these strips of these stores. You would look in the windows and you would see these. This is what your Christmas presents were. You'd be picking through. So they were really so real. And I don't think it was lost very quickly, like into my childhood. That nostalgia element was lost very quickly because the malls become booming, especially after Star Wars. It seemed like because there was so much money to be made on like toys and things like that from the late 70s into the 80s. But that movie, oh man, yeah, it's amazing. So my gosh, chat has probably blown by us, that's for sure. Let me see if let's see. Well, Mike said he's creating another channel on Rumble. Very good. Keep me posted on how that goes for you guys. I'm always interested to understand how to solve the Rubik's Cube of other outlets. I have had very little luck. So let's see. Okay, they still play Christmas Story, cutting lesser every year. Okay.
So maybe not a full 24 hours.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Soul Assassin says they do Christmas decoration before or after Thanksgiving is a question. So, yeah, I'll let you guys go because my situation is quite pathetic. So
inside the house or outside?
You can have a two-parter on that because it makes sense to have two parts to that.
I mean, being in the north, it's better to put the decorations up before, just because you don't want to have to be out there in the middle of the December trying to decorate.
Okay. Loki, decorations?
Okay, so to give this enough context where you guys are like, okay, I bought 2 boxes of Christmas tree cakes from the grocery store the other day. I had to hear about that for about an hour because I brought something with Christmas on it before Thanksgiving was over. So if that tells you anything about what decorations are going to be like, know this, that if I have to buy anything, it will be after Thanksgiving because you're not allowed, apparently, to buy anything that has anything to do with Christmas, has Christmas on the box, anything like that before Thanksgiving is over. How dare I? I must learn and be better.
Well, you may have to mute the stream because my situation is so bad. So, again, you have Griswold family Christmas, right? So if I'm going to decorate more than one house, I cannot wait until Thanksgiving to start decorating. I'm with Ironcaster, but a different problem, right? I'm in Florida.
Right.
We have weather problems, so I can't put certain things out too early. So it's a massive challenge. So usually what happens is, this year's been no exception, even though we're not sure what we're doing outside, the insides get done ahead of time. Right, because it's also all that work gets done. So then I have all the freed up labor to help me outside, so it goes faster to get everything done outside. It is, like I said, it's a massive. So I've literally already have up several Christmas trees in my house. Forgive me, Eris of Chaos, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you have limited resources and massive amounts of. We have an entire shed that's full of just Christmas stuff. Just one shed. That's all that's in it. It has like it has like a balcony, it has an attic and the whole thing. It's just, there's stuff everywhere. Thousands of things. It's just insane. So I don't know. We'll see. I thought about taking a video and sharing it. We'll see. I don't know yet. All right. So Solitas, I saw Christmas Story ladder falling down skit. In real life, my uncle tried hanging lights. Oh, you mean Christmas Vacation? Yeah. No, I've had that happen. I've had the ladder move away from me, not to the scale, because obviously in the film it's ice, so it is significantly more dangerous than anything I would ever run into. So, and Steve Ransom says it's a Wonderful Life and March of the Wooden Soldiers every year. Cool. Yeah. All right, Ironcaster, go for it. What you got?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't think I've seen March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Oh yeah, it's OG, man. It's OG. So all of the Christmas movies, we have a rotation. Like I said, we're already watching Serendipity, so I literally have like this massive rotation. A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, I probably watch at least twice, sometimes more. It depends. But there are others that have made the rotation of, either being family friendly enough and or entertaining that everyone can agree on, those kinds of things, like Elf. Elf's made the rotation because everyone can tolerate it. It's kind of fun. It's got a lot of fun quotes, things like that. There are others that I like that others actually don't like as much. Scrooge can be a little racy for the whole family, even though I love it. Things like that. So, but all of them we watch. I mean, from like Fred Claus to all the kids stuff, all the Rankin and Bass stuff. Oh, that's a good question. Who do you have a favorite Rankin and Bass? Can you pick just one? We should do a whole talk hard on some of the Rankin and Bass because things didn't age well, and it really is comical. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Like how mean Santa is in Rudolph. Santa
Rudolph, you're absolutely useless. Yeah.
I mean, he is just Santa is hard, and the elves are singing. He's like, "Yeah, it needs work. Screw you, elves. Get back to work."
I actually have something I can show off real quick since we're talking about the something with that. Let me get my other camera set up.
Rudolph, I was completely wrong to completely trivialize you and run you out of Santa's kingdom. Will you pull my sleigh tonight? Yeah.
Actually, you treated me like a freaking outcast from the get-go, you wicked old man. Go ahead, Ironcaster.
Oh, my favorite is The Year Without a Santa Claus, just because of the misers.
I love the heat misers. Yeah, heat miser is the best. Yeah. It's tough.
Snow miser.
Tough to pick one. Snow miser and heat miser. Yeah. I'm with you.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Rankin and Bass movies rolls. Gamer, bro. We know. We have to figure out how to do a little clip or something. We got to figure something out. So, stop motion. Yeah. Christmas.
Yep.
I actually know someone who bought one of the actual figurines. They got one of the actual figurines. And they got it pretty cheap because the ear had broken off. Like it broke, so it was damaged. And I got a pretty good deal on it. So I don't know. I assume they still have it. Why would you ever get rid of something like that? It's like it's a priceless piece that can't be replaced, kind of thing. So,
yeah, those are timeless.
Yeah,
let's see incredible. If I can pull this up. I'm not sure if I have it like right here, but it's pretty much just Predator's take.
Yeah, that's Rudolph. That's Rudolph. Rudolph has Abominable. Yeah. You got you, man. We got you covered, Steven. So, yeah, we have little figurines of that. We have like the Snoopy stuff for Charlie Brown. We watch all that stuff on repeat, and even watch like Polar Express and Nightmare Before Christmas, and yeah, it's kind of a sad state of stuff that stays on rotation, which is due to begin any moment now. And the funny part is my dad here, because I work in the city with Dad. Total Grinch. Don't even part of it. Like it pulls teeth to participate in much of any of it. So completely different, two different worlds. I'm sure he's a little bit like that because he didn't make a because we actually got the Christmas train out for the kids to play. Like we had to, test everything. They just thought that was the coolest thing ever. Have this train running around. All right, Loki.
I don't know if you could get pop for this, so I'm only going to play a minute of it. But if you have not seen this, you've got to watch this. It's only like 2 minutes long.
What the?
Sprinkles, get down!
Oh, I've seen something like this. What is this called?
It's the Predator. It's
the Predator, right? Okay. Yeah.
So it's the Predator Holiday Special.
That's fantastic.
But if you haven't seen it, check it out. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. I've got it on like a special features thing. But yeah, it's hilarious. If you love the Frank and Bass stuff, you got to watch that because it's done in that vein. Yeah, and it's absolutely hilarious.
We agree,
Steven. Not too long either.
Yeah, we watched The Night Before Christmas here to wrap up Halloween, and then obviously for Christmas. So yeah, it makes it pretty nice for the long rotation for us as well. So okay, Ironcaster, what are you going to share? You were sharing something.
Oh, I was getting ready to share. So I have a book I go to for years. This is a comic adaptation of a story by L. Frank Baum, best known for writing the Wizard of Oz series.
Oh, okay.
Called The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, and this is a comic I've had for years. That is a telling of the life of Santa Claus. I think at one point they did a animated movie based on the same story that this is all based on. Ultimately, it is beautiful art in this adaptation.
Super cool.
I mean, just kind of getting in on the colors of the faces.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. That's why we used to draw comic books, man. That's good stuff. Such great care with all the details and all the secondary characters matter and stuff like that. Like the fact there was really no reds or anything like that. So once he actually has like a suit and stuff, it starts to stand out and really pop. That's great.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is something my grandparents gave me years ago, but yeah, like I said, they've gone and done an adaptation of the same story this is based on, because this is an adaptation of that, and I mean, it's not too terribly long. It's something you could probably read in about an afternoon.
So show the cover again so people know what they're looking for. There we go. The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. It's awesome. Very good. All right. Thanks for sharing, my friend.
Yeah.
All right. That's awesome. He'll switch cameras and get that all back here. Here we go. Awesome. Yeah, that's great. Man, I tell you what, it's just a lot of. Oh yeah, Souls Hassan says Christopher Lee. His metal album is a must for Christmas. Yeah. Christmas music is a little tricky, right? So Christmas music's been a little like the radio stations have ruined Christmas music for us because they play like 12 songs. Like they're too busy trying to alienate other songs and not let us have a diverse library of Christmas music. Do you have something that you like that may not even make the circuit anymore, Loki? You got something else that they've kind of like thrown away and you still have affinity for?
Oh man, there's so much Christmas stuff to watch. I hate that they're getting rid of the Charlie Brown stuff. I love Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown Christmas, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, all of it. Anything with Snoopy in it is pretty much solid gold. So,
when's the last time you heard like Bob and Doug McKenzie's 12 Days of Christmas on the radio? They don't play that anymore. That's dead.
No, but there was indeed a Christmas station in Branson. That was a Christian. It was a Christian Christmas station that played stuff like that. They did.
But who plays
Cheech
rare. And Chongs? Who plays Cheech and Chongs? That's the real one, right? Who plays that one? That's the best. Little magic dust for the reindeer, little more for Santa Claus, little more for Santa Claus, little more for Santa Claus. Go ahead. We're gonna say Ironcaster.
Oh, I've actually got like 2 radio stations here that do play like all the like the top hits and kind of goes back and plays all the classics. But if there's any one piece of like kind of obscure Christmas media I go for, it's the Spike TV Star Wars Christmas commercial.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. No frame of reference on that one. No.
Well, the problem is it's like nothing but basically like Star Wars footage of like they had like the 501st in it, and I don't think I can't really show too much of it just because. Again,
I'm well aware of our copyrightness. Which, by the way, I still dispute everything. I sent 2 more disputes on. We had limited ads on stuff from like I don't know how long ago, and still dispute all those kinds. So I just had to do a review claim, like where you make them watch it to tell them no, nothing is inappropriate in these videos. Leave me alone. Please go bother someone else. I remember. Let's see. This is. I remember the animated Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. Yeah.
Yep. That's the. It is based on the same story.
Yeah. Very cool. Let's see this. Let's check this out.
Yeah, it's
It pauses a lot.
it's like, it's starting out all normal, like, oh, here's some Star Wars music, and we have a stormtrooper, and then
You better watch out. You better not cry.
You better not call on yours, Jedi.
The Empire is coming to town.
You have to stop it. Yeah. Might have to mute it.
yeah, like I said, the problem is a lot more of its footage, but I just wanted to at least.
That's cool. I'll look it up.
Oh yeah, no, it's like a minute long. It was just like kind of like a little bumper they did for, hey, Spike TV has Star Wars.
That's great.
Like it's a whole thing, and I don't want to risk the channel by playing too much of it.
All right, that's fine.
But trust me, that is a recurring one I go to like multiple times like during the Christmas season, because it's only like a minute long.
That's just fun. That's what there's a Saturday Night Live sketch they did where they're singing just bad Christmas carols. And it's an old Saturday Night Live back when Phil Hartman was there, and it's called the Dysfunctional Family Christmas. And they do instead of Carol the Bells, it's like, leave me alone, please go away. I'm doing fine, just get away. Leave me alone, please go away. It's just that kind of stuff, and it's just this skit that they don't want any part of. So I have that on DVD. I have no idea how I ended up with it. I just kept it. I only keep it for that one skit. Most of the other Christmas skits are just like, meh, or like this okay. So we all have like fun, obscure stuff. So we barely scratch the surface of Christmas because Christmas stuff is so wide and deep and that kind of thing. So Loki, so do you guys have a Loki stocking and a kitty cat stocking?
Yep. Pretty much.
That's what I figured.
One has horns on it, the other one has kitty cat ears on it.
There we go. See, that's how you roll, man. You just got to find the right things that reflect it. And but she's like diehard Thanksgiving, huh? We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. All right. That's right. She'd be miserable. I can't even have her in the house in November because she'd be flipping out. Like everything is wall to wall done already. Like I literally had to get into the loft to find 2 boxes that got put in the wrong area and that kind of thing. And so all of the inside can be done. So now it's like, okay, now outside, what are we doing? Because you have to run extension cords. You have to test everything. It's a lot. So yeah.
If you ever get a chance, you'll have to come up, check out that world's largest Christmas store, because you will just they have ornaments for like every hobby, every niche, every little thing. They sell trees all year round. They have signs up all over the place that are like, here's how to say Merry Christmas in Swahili and Japanese and Spanish and Korean and any.
Oh, they go to these places everywhere we've been. So like I think we were in Tennessee and we ended up buying this and this and this, and it was like June. So they find these places and we do this. Yeah, we do, and because we used to be pass holders. So at Disney we used to go to Epcot. Epcot at Christmas time. In all of those different countries they have in Epcot, they have a Santa Claus. So you can go and see their Santa Claus that represents their country, and the Santa usually tells a story about their Santa and the origin and those kinds of things in character. So it's really, really good. Like Father Christmas from England is amazing every year. The kids always enjoyed seeing those kinds of things. So yeah, the Epcot Seeing Santas was the main reason we'd want to go to Epcot. And they also have these like Christmas choir productions with like these local Floridian choir singing band groups and things like that. So those things were very regular for us for years. And now it's kind of like we're trying to fill in the gaps now of like new traditions since we've moved and relocated so far. And we're really so far removed from most things. They kind of made a comment about, we didn't go see lights last year. I'm like, do you know how far we live from everyone? Like, this isn't like, a go see the lights kind of thing neighborhood anymore. We don't even the whole point was to not be near people, not to go. Yeah. So yeah, we don't do that as much. But yeah, I'll be decorating the outside here very, very soon. I assume as early as this weekend, to be perfectly honest. So
perfect.
All right. All right. So let's see. Okay, so let me ask. Let's plug some stuff before we wrap up. Ironcaster, what's going on with you, my friend?
No, honestly, my schedule's pretty clear for this week. Might be maybe doing some random streams here, but
okay.
Yeah, Friday over on Nick Weiser's.
The comic book stuff's on Friday, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Loki, is there Friday night comic book stuff tomorrow?
Yeah, we should have comic book roundtable tomorrow, but we're also going to have a midnight stream tonight as the release of God of War Ragnarok is tonight at midnight. So Loki will be up in the wee hours of the night streaming God of War Ragnarok, and then maybe catch 4 or 5 hours of sleep and get back up for the morning show tomorrow for YouTube talk.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So then Thursday night we'll be with Odega.
Yep. Thursday night we'll be with Odega, and then Friday night we'll do the late show. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Busy schedule for the man. Always working. Always doing his thing. Just got to grind. Just got to do our thing. So yeah. After this, taking about a half-hour break. Call mama. Get a bite to eat. Gonna start some election 2022. General conversation of Troy Pacelli and Ryan Roger Athley that'll be joining me at some point. Not. I don't want to say it be like a results show. There's also been a lot of questions, like, why are people talking about a runoff in Georgia, and what about this and what about that. So we'll have some different commentary, take questions from people, those kinds of things. So yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of the general stick. By the way, Dean Krantz asked a question, Ironcast. I'm not sure.
Yes, that Christmas store is in fact Bronner's.
Bronner's. Okay, cool.
It's one of those, like I said, it's one of these like one of these sort of world renowned stores. Like I've stopped to like rest stops and like those like those little pit stops in like Tennessee, and look at all the little brochures, and here's one for Bronner's, the world's largest Christmas store.
That's awesome. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So yeah, so I have the election thing tonight. Not about being hardcore politics, about debating policy or anything like that. Just more like informational. Someone you can trust. Someone's going to tell you like it is, and answering your questions the best I can. I've come from that background, so a lot of people have been hitting me up. And I said, well, listen, I'll go live. It's not really on brand exactly. So I want to also focus on things like entertainment and things like that could be a fallout from all of this. Tomorrow is our first member stream, so feel free to join us for that. And all of you members, make sure you hit me up for information if you're going to be a part of that as well. And Thursday, weather permitting here in Florida, another storm of some kind is coming our way. I'm not sure we're really recovered from the last thing, to be perfectly honest. I know the southwest side has not, but even here in central Florida, there's areas where like the massive trees and stuff like that are still on the side of the road. They have these big crane things that will come through and try to help you get rid of some of those, but a lot of people can't afford to pay someone to do it and things like that. So yeah, not exactly the best timing for more of this nonsense. And my wife obviously doesn't want to be stuck there by herself dealing with it. So my work hasn't even decided if they're closing or not. So if not, Princess Leia Rose, we'll either be talking Star Wars stuff or will we postpone and do that again, hopefully with her. So lots of stuff in the hopper. Chat, you guys are amazing. It's been great. It's been great to get to know each other a little more, talking about holiday stuff. I'm sure other stuff will come up in conversation as we move on, as we talk about different things. And technically a Halloween theme, but also like an anniversary for next week, because it is going to be Scent of a Woman, right? A great film that Al Pacino's career kind of got lit on fire again. Like I'm not saying he was really ever out of favor per se, because I don't think he really was. But this movie and his performance is so good. And then it kind of sets up a sequence of like just amazing films for, I don't know, like, well, I don't know, look, what do you think? Like another 10 years, really? I mean,
yeah, it really did. It
rocked and rolled like for years after this. But this is the 30th anniversary of this movie, which really kind of kicked me in the teeth when I saw that. And then I'll kind of close out before Thanksgiving, because we'll be off the week of Thanksgiving. We'll come back on the 29th, and we'll schedule Santa's sleigh, Fat Man, and some other stuff to be determined. We will take your recommendations. Can't promise anything. We'll take your recommendation. Let me see if there's anything else you guys.
I'm sure I'll probably find a shark movie in there somewhere.
We are not doing shark movies. We are not. We will definitely glorify since this is why we had to have a shark caster emoji, because the amount of times he references sharks and shark movies and everything else, now it can be lit up with shark caster emojis. Right. So to all you members, you can throw out your emojis anytime you like. So So we have a talk hard emoji. We have the all snap emoji. We have a Bob Ross to chill, because that's what it's time for. Time for us to say farewell, go and chill. Make tomorrow better than today, folks. Remember to talk hard. And again, thank you all for all doing this. You just blessed me so much, and I appreciate it so much. It's been great. And thank you to these guys for just, this is what I look forward to so much. Look forward to doing Talk Hard and coming up with ideas and brainstorming, just different things that we try to include and talk about with you guys. So thanks for that, folks. Go ahead.
Before we head out,
Chris
Persia has something for us.
Chris Persia. What's going on, bro? Hang on, I got to get out of that screen. Group thread. Ironcaster's got it. What we got here? Oh my gosh, that's freaking great! Wow, Loki, that's amazing.
Chris, brother, yes.
Wow. Hail, my friend. That's like a talk hard. It is like talk hard Tuesdays, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. Billboard signs. What that is? That's a freaking billboard sign. That is amazing, my brother. Thank you so much. Holy cow.
We gotta use that for a thumbnail.
Yeah. That's a billboard. It's like a freaking. That's amazing. Yes.
It's your best work yet, Chris.
That is tremendous. See what happens, guys, when you let what's in here just come out, and it's just, this is incredible. I cannot believe that. That is amazing. So, yes. Steve Ransom is also throwing. Yes, that's amazing. See, this is why you don't want to miss a talk hard at the end. These people that left, they don't understand what they missed. We got the sneak peek of what's coming. That's freaking amazing. So, thank you, Chris. Thank you to all of you in chat. Thank you to you members that are out there. Again, doing this political thing at about 7:30, and I hope you guys are doing well. Have a great night. Loki, good luck with your midnight stream and getting some rest.
Thank you.
And catch in the mornings of Mischief every day. Catch your Loki in the morning. So, all right, guys, you guys take care. We're out of here.
Ross, all I do is chill. My life is a thrill, for real, Bob Ross. I be too calm for the drama. You don't wanna cause a problem, I'll solve it, Bob Ross.